Yep, that's a muted mic. Sorry, I was just saying I got held up, I guess partly because of technical difficulties now, partly because I needed to refill my water. It's been kind of an odd day. Back at work, but very slow, but then had some other things crop up. But we're just going to relax with some video games here. It's been kind of icy weather here. I've not wanted to get out for groceries, so I'm probably ordering some dinner in here in a couple hours after we get this wrapped up. Excuse me. Game is not in focus. There we go. So let's see. Last we left our heroes, we had some questionable science in which we discovered that Aya's mitochondria are giving extra power to her nuclei, which are letting it fight off Eve's mitochondria, which is why she's able to not get set on fire or melted into orange jello. Then, after we had this discovery, we went back to the police station and discovered that Eve had attacked but left. So, sort of an odd hit and run. Most of the named characters survived, and a lot of unnamed generic cop models got killed. Are now dead. Oh, and Chief Baker was injured. I think that's, yeah, and then it sort of cut off pretty abruptly at the end of the last day. Still using the same analog settings from yesterday, which aren't great, but mostly work. Day 4, conception. People. Come on, Daniel, you're in charge now.
Yeah, well, I'm not used to this sort of thing.
You're doing great, boss. Oh, I guess at least one generic cop model survived.
But why did Eve decide to attack the precinct?
To get rid of us? Maybe that Japanese guy knows something about it.
You're right. Where did he go anyway?
Oh, I have control now. Okay, where did he go anyway?
I bet he's snooping around the criminal ID lab on the 3rd floor.
We'll start fixing up the office. I'll be fine. Besides, I promised Nix at the hospital that I'll settle scores with Eve. And that will be the last we hear from him the entire game, I would wager. Okay, we've got our more calming ambient soundtrack back in the police station, at least. Did I wind up with a full inventory at the end of the day yesterday? Yes. Clear some of that up. Before we go find Maeda-san. Uh-oh, something must be serious. He hasn't restocked the infinite restocking ammo box. Don't you worry, Aya. I'll be looking after this place for Torres. You leave all equipment No, that's the wrong voice. Nope, I can't remember what I was doing for Wayne. You leave all equipment tweaks to me. We're playing it my way now. No permit needed. But it'd be nice if you bring me some gun trading cards if you see them lying around. Hey, I might not come close to being as good as old Torres, but you can trust my work. So what'll it be? Yeah, so this is what we've been picking up those trading cards for, and we're still not going to use any of them. I think we decided this M9 is not actually an upgrade. We'll hang on to one of them. Just in case we pick up an upgrade somewhere along the way. Alright, and now we're starting to pick up enough medicine 3s that 2s are now useless. Or just not worth taking up the space on our inventory. Alright. Alright, plenty of inventory space now. Let's see, up past the mutant spider-infested holding cells. This one? Nope, this one's just like a interrogation room, looks like. Next floor, because of course it would be another floor up. Yes, the crime lab that we totally could have gone to instead of to the Museum of Natural History. Thought you'd be here. How did you guess? This kind of place makes me think more clearly. Oh, Daniel followed us, apparently.
Hey, Maida, why did Eve attack the precinct?
What I want to know is why Eve didn't show herself this time. I felt her presence here, but as soon as we arrived, she was gone. Ooh, spooky. It could be a distraction.
Distraction? What for?
Is there a sperm bank or a hospital that conducts artificial insemination nearby?
A sperm bank?
Well, I don't think Eve's body will last much longer. Right now, the mitochondria are just parasites in her body.
So she's trying to create this ultimate being like she did in Japan?
I'm afraid so.
So if we can stop her from getting there, she'll die eventually. I think a doctor at St. Francis Hospital specialized in artificial insemination.
Let's go, Maida.
Hey, what about me? What about Marlene?
No. You're captain for now, remember? You gotta look after the precinct.
Oh, all right. Here, take this then.
Thanks, Chief. Less talking at the beginning of this episode, which I rather appreciate. It goes straight to nighttime. And the dungeon of the day. What's wrong? You're awfully quiet. I wonder why Daniel didn't come with us. He said he's going to get the dirt on Clamp. He also wants to be with Ben. Oh yes, of course. Maida... Yes? That creature that was born in Japan, what happened to it? It died. Along with the scientist that was its father. How did a monster like that die? There was a rebellion. The mitochondria passed from the father didn't connect with the ones passed from Eve. It began to deteriorate, and the father held on to the dissolving flesh, and they died. Oddly clinical, but I guess... Even though it's a monster, I guess it is still your child. Although now that I think about it, this day does make up for the lack of early text intro with a lot of weird flashbacks. Because, hey, it's the hospital from Aya's Weird Flashbacks. Here it is. This hospital. It's hot. Looks like Eve is in there. You wait here. Aya! Take this. Another pointless good luck charm. It's a bell to keep away bad spirits. Just hold on to this, okay? Thank you, I'll keep it. In some playthroughs, I've immediately driven all the way back to the precinct just to drop that one item off, and then driven all the way back here, but I think we can dispense with that for this playthrough. See, the lobby does not have any encounters in it until I come back from the basement, so I'm just going to look for items real quick. I wonder if it stops me from going back into the patient's room at this stage. Oh yeah, 'cause it's locked with a key card, isn't it? But this should still be open. I don't know how many playthroughs it took before I learned about that particular cupboard. It's disguised into the background quite well. Okay, so this door is locked at this point. I had forgotten that. It does. The game, blatantly or not, does funnel us only to this encounter in the elevators. Maya? Or was it just my reflection? Although I guess today, since it's mostly Aya talking to herself, it's not as, the voices aren't as hard on my voice. You need the green card key. Okay, how about this button? Well, let me push the button again after the elevators arrived. And it doesn't matter which floor we select, because ellipses? Going down. Oh no, the elevator cables. We wind up in the basement anyway. After a few floors in a falling elevator, which I don't know how reasonable it is to survive that. Night, night, don't let the bedbugs bite. The power! I don't think they rendered the Eve model through the windows for that scene, but I'm never quite sure. Eve's trying to trap me down here. She's cut the main power line. Oh great, one elevator is broken and without power, the other one's useless. And we can't just go to the fuse box that blew up either. Well, fortunately, I'm pretty sure I remember the solution to where everything is down here. Excuse me. I hope you enjoy your stay. This is one part I'm not sure of. One of these ruined stairwells has an item, and it's not this one, I think. Just checking, though. Autopsy room is locked. Whatever this room is open. Ah, a storage room. Aya has no reason to know that's up there, but the camera knows, so therefore she can get it. Encounter? Should be one right here. No? There it is. Oh, these things. Whatever the heck they are, they're not too bad. Just have to wait for them to fire their apples. They do take more than one round of shots to take down, though, unfortunately. But they only have the one attack, which is fairly easy to dodge. It's when they get mixed in with other enemies that it gets trickier. Another creative Dutch angle for no reason. Maya, wait, it's me! Why are you dressed in those clothes? You must be cold. Maybe because it's a hospital? But what do I know? Back to the hallway we went into the storage room from. Check out this other storage-y room, I think? Oh no, this is part of the morgue, I guess. Possibly another autopsy room. Or just the morgue itself. Yeah, so these fly gooping things make it harder. They clutter up parts of the battlefield with their poison goop. But now it's just a tennis match, shouldn't be a problem. Telegraph for that attack is extremely obvious. And we're done with medicine 2s. Considering we haven't taken any damage in the 2 encounters we've had down here. In previous runs, I would save scum an item, or no, the item isn't here. I would use this phone here to save scum an item further along. I am not going to bother. I am going to save anyway, but it's a weapon I think they use for the speed run. They use for most of the rest of the run that they pick up here, if it's the correct one of the two. Because a lot of these item chests have 2 different options that can be in them. I believe it's the micro Uzi they want, but there's another machine gun it could be instead. Either way, I don't think I'm going to use it for this run. I don't remember the exact stat, so there's a possibility I might, but... Okay, we still don't have the blue card key, or the green one for upstairs. But now we have the autopsy room key. And Aya somehow knows that it's no longer needed. Which was not the case for any of the keys we've gotten previously. Yeah, 2 of these fly annoyances. Probably will take some hits here. Yep, there's one. And unfortunately, most things here does poison you. Oh, and paralyzes, or at least slows. And once you've been slowed, it gets harder to dodge the poisonous tennis balls. Or tennis apples, or whatever. Okay, now the fly is out of the picture, we can heal. And just take some time to let our PE recharge. Unfortunately, we don't have Cure 3 yet. That wasn't too bad. And our max HP went up significantly. Yeah, I see they were working on some of Eve's burnt bodies here, which makes sense. Different kind of rat monster, a different kind of fireball attack that's much more annoying. Forgot which one I'd already attacked. Didn't mean to take that medicine too, but we'll just use it immediately. Poor doctor, nurse, whichever. Alright, that's 2 fuses that I should not have been able to see. It's interesting which attacks are coded as sprites and which are coded as polygonal effects. Thing Roomba'd me. Alright, now we finally have the key card. Oh no, that one's not keycard locked, it's just plain locked. We gotta go around to the other side. I think. Another one she knows immediately when she's done with. Oops, I've been in here. This is where you come out of the phone room. Yeah, I might as well save again, I suppose. unlikely I'll screw this up till the boss, but you never know. Door, come on. Takes Aya a bit to figure out some doors, apparently. Maya, wait! Don't leave me alone. Or don't leave me alone. I'm not sure what the pause there was, where it was supposed to go. Okay, so this is the weapon that they would save Scum for, or hope for. Let's see if it is, in fact, worth it. Bases 38, 43, 18. Decent bonuses. I'll give this a shot, but I'm almost certain by the time I get to the top of the hospital, I'm going to replace it just for fighting the boss purposes. So we might be down one tool that we don't necessarily have to use, but I think we're going to get enough of them that it won't matter. It does have the attack random on, but these fights, that doesn't matter for as much. Single target fights, it doesn't matter at all, and most of these, they're all roughly equivalent difficulty. One of these cabinets open? I forget. Doesn't look like it. And I think that's just a glitch with the emulator rendering rather than a polygon that will open. Oh, and I'm immediately punished for my weapon selection, now that I remember this particular monster, because you don't want to bother with his big bouncy eyeballs, because it'll just keep regenerating them. But at this point, the game is throwing enough ammo at you all the time that the threat of running out due to firing too many shots with a machine gun is not really a threat at all. I feel like this room has one more item in it somewhere that I'm forgetting. Yep, there it is. Blended in with the background. Alright, now we have all the fuses. We can walk right past the fuse puzzle for no reason. Go me. It's a very minor puzzle. Oh no, the main circuit breaker is torn apart and some fuses are missing. The main part of the puzzle is repair the wires before and not after you turn the power on. Because if you do it the other way around, I'm pretty sure Aya dies. Do it right, and everything comes back on no problem, including the background music. Oh, we do need to examine the ruined stairwell, which I think is toward the camera in this corner. So much for using the stairs. Yep, there's the item. Minor stat up, but stats are stats. Conveniently, we choose the correct direction of back to the ground floor, rather than wherever we were trying to go earlier. What? Now there's... No, there's two of them. Maya and me. Well, follow the mysterious ghost children. Oh, hey, that door is open now. But there's an encounter in the lobby where there didn't used to be. Okay, so this weapon does leave you liable to getting animation locked. And taking a hit for that reason. Especially if you run into a reload animation in addition to switching targets multiple times. But it feels good when it's single target, I will admit. Also looks nothing like an Uzi, but I believe there's only one polygon model for handgun, machine gun, rifle, grenade launcher, and rocket launcher. One model each. Oh, and shotgun, I guess, is the other weapon type. I don't know about you two, but I'm getting out of here. Mrs. Nussbaum, apparently played by Jimmy Stewart. Mrs. Nussbaum, what about your medication? It's no use to me if I'm dead. And then... anyway. Are you okay? Yes, thank you. However, a nurse is trapped in the other room. Could you help her out? Yes? Oh, that's a... Oh, sorry, that's a female doctor. It's hard to tell from that angle, and the limited number of polygons. I'm going to go look around and see if anyone needs medical attention. Are there no items in this room? Yes, it's behind this collapsed cabinet. Trading card that I will never use. Hooray! Come on. Fly doesn't want to attack, unfortunately. Couldn't dodge that one, unfortunately. Good overlapping fire they had there. Yeah, that looks like an MP5 model to me. Not that I am by any means a firearms expert. But that is a popular video game machine gun. It was used for GoldenEye as some other name, but because they filed the serial numbers up figuratively and possibly also literally. This room, I've seen it before in flashback half a dozen times, apparently. I'm getting hot. I know I've been here before, but why? What was I doing here? I'm no psychology expert, but I'm occasionally baffled why Aya doesn't remember a serious car accident and hospital stay when she was 6 or so. There's just no explanation given why she doesn't remember that at the age of 27? 29? I thought I was done for, thanks. Glad to help, but you could help me even more by telling me where the doors next to the elevators lead. To the storage areas at the hospital. That's where we keep oxygen tanks and our main supply of liquid nitrogen. What do you use liquid nitrogen for? I don't know. Here. Take this green card key and find out yourself. I'm not staying to see what happens next. Thank you. Oh, right. There's the box. Oh, had to get out of the nurse's way, apparently. Everyone's either dead or evacuated. I think I'll choose the latter. A sp jacket. Nice. That it? Again, I'm feeling like there's one more item somewhere. Nope, just my imagination. So how about that sp armor? 30, 33, 21. Nah, I don't think that's worth switching over right now. Should be able to use this as a chance to heal. Let's see, don't need to save just yet. Can you tell me why the hospital uses liquid nitrogen? Well, for many different things. You can use it to freeze off warts and such, but its main use is for research. It keeps the sperm bank from spoiling. Sperm bank? Oh my god, how do I turn it off? Well, there's a valve that you can turn off in the storage area. Why? Sorry, I don't have time to explain. By the way, which floor is the research lab located on? 13th? Lucky number 13. Thank you. I'm going to look around to see if anyone needs medical attention. Yeah, sorry, green card first. Time for the giant blob heart tennis player apple thing. This one has a jump attack. It's harder to dodge. I appreciate it. I think this is an old-fashioned phone board. I don't think it would normally have that many lights blinking on it, though. Could be a network switch in 97. I don't know what that would look like. I'm trying to remember if I've seen computers in the various rooms at this point. I know we did at the police station. We're not going to bother rendering the other 12 floors of this building. I have to stop Eve before more people die. Conveniently, blocking the door they're not going to let us open. And an ominously glowing Chrysler building that will never be referenced again until you do a New Game Plus. Yeah, this is going to be a little on the unpleasant side. Ah! Tennis ball to the head. I am poisoned. And slowed. Not taking a ton of damage, fortunately. This might be my hubris for not having saved down in the lobby. This is not going to go well. I think I gotta take out some of the little things. Poison is not ticking for that much, but this many bouncing balls to avoid is a serious pain. Yeah, fights like these are why the random shot version is quite the downside. It's going to take me forever to actually kill the thing in the middle. We'll get a lot of experience for it, fortunately, but nothing's hitting me for that much, fortunately. It's just hitting me a lot. There we go. It wasn't even that much EXP. And this game should give me another rifle shortly. We're swapping the stats into that straight away. Hey, speak of the devil. And the tool to switch it for. I can see why the speedrun might use it. I would prefer at this junction not to. Especially since we're going to be up on the roof in a minute, and the range is going to come in super handy there. Yep, I clicked right through a thing saying something like door access button, to which Aya says, Hey, a big red button hidden behind a thingy. Looks like a centrifuge of some kind. They do some sort of sample processing in here. Yes, the combination sperm bank and animal kennel, and for some reason. Did I run out of bullets? Why is my club equipped? Oh, I just forgot to re-equip after swapping out the machine gun. That makes more sense. I also forgot to heal, unfortunately. At least I'm not poisoned, because nothing in this fight could poison me. And the slowing attack doesn't do a ton of damage. Unfortunately, killing the base does not make all the bouncing rubber balls go away. Five left. That stinks. Also, why are we still dropping medicine 1 on day 4? Yep. Floor 13. Sperm bank, fertility research, animal kennel. And records department, apparently. Alright, this time I did remember to heal and have the correct equipment. Unfortunately, I am currently trapped in a corner. And I can't get out into the rest of the map. There we go. Not that it's a very large battle map at the moment. Follow the bouncing polygon. Run away from the bouncing polygon, at least. There we go. At least we get a couple hundred BP. Which we will immediately use to make ourselves go faster. Finding the 2 magic points on the ground that contain information. What's this? The HLA list. Ben's and Lorraine's names are on here, too. It's the same list that was on Dr. Clamp's computer. What's he trying to do? These are the patient records? Mariko Brea. It's my mother's record. December 23rd, 1977, taken in with Maya Brea after an accident. Pronounced dead after cardiac arrest. Maya Brea, the daughter. The next page is missing. It's somewhere else. Okay, I guess that the second one, at least, seems to have a glowing spark. I don't remember if the first one did or not. Melissa Pierce. It's got to be that Melissa. How we come to that conclusion, I have no idea. December 23rd, 1977, emergency hospitalization. Operation successful. After 6 months of hospitalization, released. Why they're storing these in the same room as the sperm refrigeration and what looks like a normal refrigerator, I really don't know. Needs medication from hospital. Melissa and Maya were brought into the hospital on the same day and operated on. No, it can't be. What is this? What's this? There's the elevator key. A couple more items to grab in here after we get rid of the junk. I skipped right past that. Artificial sperm development staff. Hans Klump? Dr. Klump? Is he moonlighting between the hospital and the museum? Well, I was hoping for more exciting items than that, but... I wanted to reload that, not equip it. Alright, one last save, and it's boss time. Possibly one other encounter first, I don't remember. The other secret elevator. Oh, suddenly. Naval ship. Fighter jets, prepare to launch. Head towards Central Park. Remember, no unnecessary attacks. Target the enemy in the air and be alert. Manhattan's practically deserted. Why don't they just... No, Lynch. No, Lynch. We haven't received orders from the President to attack yet. At this point, we need to look for the missing people from the park and warn the city. This is hard to do several days in a row. I don't know how serious streamers do it. Oh, I thought there was one more item here in the elevator. Guess not. Besides the... Oh, the creepy empty container from the sperm bank that Aya feels the need to bend over and put her fingers all over. Thank you for that, Aya. I guess it sort of makes sense that Aya might cyclically know which floor to go to, that she needs to go to the roof at this point, which is where we are. Uh-oh, ominous boss music. Time for an ominous boss. The completely untelegraphed giant brain spider. Apparently endemic to urban New York. And has trapped me in place and is hitting me with a fireball. I cannot move. If I'd bothered to keep some of those QRMs, but inventory space. It's important for stat upgrades. There we go. There we go. Yes, come up for a melee attack, please. Let me shoot you in the face. Yeah, it is almost impossible to dodge those, the way the webs are formed. Kind of have to already be running in the correct direction. Because the pattern of what it shoots out is not consistent. Like here it's a triangle, sometimes it's a line. And the best thing to do at this point is just have good armor. And just try and face tank everything until you get to phase 2. Yes, there is... Aya is chasing after Eve. Eve is needing to get artificial... sperm that's been artificially modified by Dr. Klomp in order to create the ultimate being, which Maida has said may be her ultimate goal. Ah, Phase 2. And welcome. More melee attacks, smaller field to fight in, much better. Although the web attacks, still annoying. I think it's... that hurt. And that's why we have Auto Potion. Yeah, now we can run around behind it when it tries to web. Although, apparently it just gets to go twice in a row very quickly. Let's graft a human torso on the bottom of a brain and give it spider legs. And have it shoot fire. Quick, let me run to this very specific spot where we have a hole rendered in the pre-rendered background. Now I get heal 3. That would have been useful in that fight. Handgun that I'll probably start off tomorrow in when I'm in the sewers. It's nice how Eve always brings her opera soundtrack everywhere with her. So you've found this place. You're going to use the sperm to give birth to the ultimate being. You're a bright one. The first rebellion took place some years ago on a far-off eastern island. There, my sister committed a fatal error. I am higher in the evolution chain than my sister. I will never commit the same mistake. I'll commit new and exciting ones. You're not my... finally caught on, huh? No! You feeble organisms depend on machines to do all the work. Stop! Stop what? We don't know what she's doing. I'm going to need to take a break after this. My voice is not happy. That Eve face overlay is pretty good. Orange Jello, still creepy. I don't know species, so I could not say. You've just witnessed the limitations of humans. Please, no more! What if I don't want to? It's a shame we couldn't understand each other. The jet! It's gonna crash into the roof! I've got to get out of here! And yeah, you pretty much have to know where this is, because you don't really have enough time to flounder around looking for it. And it is off-screen. This is kind of a programmer dick move. If you take too long, the jet will crash, and you will die. As it is, the jet crashes, Eve flies into the camera, clunk. And we are fine due to being just around the corner. Oh no, the brake! And a tiny spider. But yeah, that's why that last boss had to fall in a hole, so that it could do this. As we fall down the now infinitely floored... This is not actually a timed battle. Infinitely floored hospital. And thankfully, paralysis wears off after battle, so that we can run over to the brake and turn it on. Just in time. and wind up half a floor above the pavement. Whee!
Over here, Maida.
Aya! We don't have any... We don't have any time. Eve got away with a sperm yeah, see, my voice is tired. Sperm sample. Stupid game making me talk about sperm samples. Thank you for saving me, Daniel. How did he save him? I'm confused.
You can study all you want, but you gotta brush up on other things too, man. No girl's gonna want to be with you if you're gonna be like that.
I feel like we missed a scene between the two of them. What? Please, Daniel, is everything okay back at the station?
That's the thing. I found out several things about Clamp, but... In the past, a doctor from that hospital was fired for giving out a patient list.
A list? You mean like the one with the HLA listing?
These guys have access to just about everything. I've got other info, too. This is what I heard from Warner, who was on to Melissa. She was seen going into the museum late at night on several occasions.
Eve? She was going into the museum?
We need to go there. We must get there before the being is born. Calm down. We're there, buddy.
We are? We seem to be driving. Ellipses. Maya. I thought we were going to the museum. We're going back to the precinct office. How do I make this day stop? Oh, they got it back in shape real fast, though. I've heard that the captain saved Ben's life. Shiva was his partner when he was a rookie. Must have been hard for him to shoot her. In order to do anything, we had to come along and shoot the Shiva monstrosity. I would like to empty out my inventory, please. Right, trading card. Oh, the mandatory couple pieces of junk, I guess I can give him this playthrough. So I'm not going to bother to farm it. Yeah, I'll hang on to one QRAM. My one junk. Okay. Come back anytime now, Aya. Alright, now we can advance the plot to the end of the day, hopefully. My throat's not going to take much more of this. Tomorrow's almost all dungeon for the early part, but it's so long it's probably going to be broken into 2 days. Aya, Detective Warner has some new information. Do I remember Warner's voice? Probably not. Some time ago, a doctor at that hospital was fired for selling off patient records. And Melissa was seen going into the museum late at night several times. Eve.
Clamp, that bastard. I knew he was part of this.
Didn't he already tell us this on the ride over?
We'll split up here and search the entire city. Eve and Clamp must be meeting soon.
We must hurry. It'll be too late once the ultimate being is born. I'll go snoop around some for any info.
Brought you a walkie-talkie so we can keep in touch. I'm counting on you too, Mr. Scientist.
Whoa! I like the fumble animation that never gets used again. We'll all split up and look for Eve. You find any trace of her, you call for backup. Weren't you going to stay here, Daniel? And push papers all day? You're kidding me. What will we do? Let us know if anything comes up. Yes, okay, I got it. Very good English. For someone who claims his English is poor. And couldn't make himself understood to a couple of New York beat cops. Alright, that is the end of day 4. We'll be starting day 5, Evolution, tomorrow, and continuing it the following day, hopefully. Thursday could be a little screwy. Taking Silas in for his second chemo treatment, and that could take all day and may throw off how I'll be... I wanted to do this playthrough 1 day per day. Day 5 almost always gets split up, and because of stuff going on later in this week, it might get broken down into multiple, even more days beyond that. And the times will not be as consistent as I was hoping. Tomorrow we should be back again at shortly after 5 Central, after I get off work, as I save repeatedly, just to be sure, on my fake emulated memory card. Oh, that's right, it dumps us right back to the world map, so no plot spoilers or anything. Alright, I'm going to go find some more water, and probably get some dinner sent over, and see how Silas is doing. So, I will say good evening, thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.